We're here again at UTC Radio. I'm Laura Beth, here on behalf of Soho Radio and Revolution 96.2. I am joined today by the very wonderful Hannah Hale. How are you?
I'm good, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yourself?
How have you found today?
Yeah, it's been good. It was a lot warmer than I thought it would be. The studios that I've worked in it before have just been really cold.
Oh, yeah.
Freezing.
Well, it's always hot in here, but the worst was it was a few weeks ago when it was like rampacked because we had about 50 people in this room and everyone was sweating.
Stuffy.
So, you get used to it eventually,
Yeah.
you acclimatise, but I know, need air conditioning. That's a plus.
Yeah.
So, my first question to you, obviously, is tell us a bit about your background and your influences.
So I started writing music when I was about 12 or 13. I just picked up the guitar that was in my house and tried to teach myself a bit of stuff. I'd been listening to a lot of CDs that had been knocking around in my mum's house because we didn't have internet in our house until I was about 17. So I listened to a lot of like Norah Jones and Joni Mitchell and like Edward II, which were like a kind of reggae folk fusion band. I don't know, just anything that was on the shelf in my living room I'd end up going through eventually. Lots of stuff like Ricky Lee Jones as well, that rings bells to me. And bits and bobs of acoustic stuff, I think, mostly.
I like that, and I like the fact that you didn't find them from the internet, because obviously pretty much the generic story is now that, I went on Spotify and found this, or I went on iTunes and downloaded this album.
Yeah.
But to have actually, discovered your own taste through what was in your house, I don't know, I think that's a lot better, because I think with the internet there's a bigger scope to just go with what your friends like. Your friend suggests something, you listen to it, but you were, I suppose, limited, but not really, because you discovered a lot more.
No, I was very grateful still though when we finally did get internet, because like there were artists that I'd heard songs and had like a bit of a dip into, but then it wouldn't have been until I could get access to like all their material, like Bon Iver and Fat Freddy's Drop and things like that. I really got into them. And James Blake, I remember thinking, finally I can listen to like a full album of this, or just bits and bobs that I'd heard that my friends had showed me. I went into a bit more detail and listened to that kind of thing.
Now, I noticed, and you can tell me to get lost if I'm completely off the mark, which I might be. I noticed that you have a Baby Martin guitar.
Yeah.
Is that anything to do with a particular ginger-haired lad?
No, you know what? Someone told me that ginger man had I got that guitar as well, but I'd ordered it, and my mum's friend had brought the same guitar around, and he left it there to let me borrow for like a couple of months, and then after he wanted it back, I just had to get one myself. It was good. It was like a try before you buy type thing, except there was no, so I just borrowed his guitar for a bit, and then I decided to get one of my own.
They are a beautiful sounding guitar.
They're really lovely.
If you compare them to others, they just sound completely different.
I feel so much more comfortable playing it though compared to a full-size guitar. I think it's just more my size. Yeah,
like pint size, I like that.
Yeah.
Was that sort of a conscious decision that you made at the time?
I did choose to get a smaller one because I practiced and I'd learned on a full-size guitar, but I just found it so much easier to play. The action on my old guitar was like really out, and I don't know, it's just so much more fun to play than that.
To be honest, when I was learning guitar, I went down the what's easiest to play route. And I did have a full size, but I didn't like the way steel strings felt on my fingers, so I had nylon strings like an absolute child.
No, I learned on them originally. Nylon strings are nice.
They are, and they do have a nice sound, but when you get better, you should kind of progress to steel, and that never happened. That's terrible. So your first song today is Follow My Feet. Let's hear it.
You still hang around in the smoke that choked us both. I can't bear the smell. There's nothing else that feels quite like home without you. You still hang around in the smoke that choked us both. I can't bear the smell. There's nothing else that feels quite like home without you. It's like, oh, oh, inevitable. What do you expect? Expect nothing less. Put your hands up for being a fool. We've all been there before. Put your hands up if you know the rules. I do not even know the score. The fire's burning, I'm still cold to the bone. Please someone tell me why I don't feel at home. It's not the new cushion covers or the lack of my brother. He's been gone for too long to still be twisting my tone. So please take a minute, will you listen to me? I need to follow my feet tonight, I do as I please. I put my hands up for being a fool, because we've all been there before. Put your hands up for being a fool. We've all been there before. Put your hands up if you know the rules, because I do not even know the score. It's like, oh no, here we go. It's inevitable. What do you expect? Expect nothing less. Put your hands up for being a fool. We've all been there before. Put your hands up if you know the rules, because I do not even know the score. You still hang around in the smoke that chokes us both. I can't bear the smell. There's nothing else that feels quite like home.
That was Follow My Fate. I know, it's great, isn't it? Tell us a little bit about the writing influences and whatnot for Follow My Fate.
I think I wrote that when I was trying to write songs that were a bit more strong and like not so kind of, oh, I'm really sad and like just broken up with my boyfriend, that kind of thing. I wanted to write something that was a bit more forward, and I wanted to write something with a bit of a faster melody that had a bit more oomph to it. And I just thought, I was thinking a lot about just like how people should just do their own thing and not worry about what other people think when I wrote that. So, you know, follow your feet, do as you please. It's just like, you don't need to worry about anyone else, that kind of thing. I don't know, it's just about the way your life experience can make you react in life situations.
It can make you react in all different ways, can't it?
Yeah, you've got to react in confidence, else you get knocked down.
That is true. That is very true. And I don't know, it's a very confident move, because obviously you're a solo artist. And the style of your music, I think, is a lot more confident than people who are in, you know, massive bands that have like 4 people behind them. I don't know, to be on your own and express those emotions, it does put you in a vulnerable position, but in a way that makes you more powerful. So you've got the power, that's what I think, anyway. Crazy. So obviously being a solo musician, has there been any plans to ever collaborate or join a band, or has it always been, I want to be on my own? No,
when I was at college, I was in a couple of bands, like one band the first year and then another band the second. They were both bands just with like 2 other people. But I really enjoyed working with other people for a few years, and then when I finished college, started jamming just with people at like acoustic jam nights and stuff like that. And I really like playing with other people, but I just don't get the opportunity to do it very often. We've also been writing some tracks with DJ, been writing some like liquid drum and bass, and I'm hoping to feature on more music like that. Just like little vocal loops put into songs. I don't know.
What got you into drum and bass?
It just happens naturally as I grew up, I think. It's just like going out with your friends and just partying and doing things like that. You just end up getting drawn into crowds sometimes, don't you? But it was just such a different view from like writing acoustic music on my own, to be able to like be a part of tracks like that. It was very exciting for me when I first started recording for people like that. It's
definitely a next level of development, and unfortunately we're going to have to go back to the ginger guy, which is not good at all, but he has progressed in the same way.
Massively.
He's gone from your solo artist on the street to now he's going into sort of dance music, and definitely for money, which I don't blame him. You know,
No.
if you're going to get the money, you may as well go for it, aren't you? But I don't know. I think as a musician, it must feel good to see that your music can work on across genres on different levels.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely, I never thought I'd end up writing over tracks like the drum and bass tracks that I've done with people, but I don't know, it's just a nice change, isn't it? It's like if you've been sat in your bedroom on your own for like a week trying to write something, and then you can go to your mate's house and just write something with them. It's just nicer to write something in a team for a change sometimes. Yeah.
I like that. And do you tend to find that your songwriting, it's you on your own, or do you tend to go to the studio and think of things there, or when do the ideas come to you?
I tend to write on my own most of the time. Either like if I've had some lyrics maybe going through my head in the day, I'll try and work on that. But sometimes if I'm just trying to practice guitar parts, I'll end up finding a melody and then writing over that instead. But normally the lyrics are prepared before I go into a session with somebody.
Understand that? I like it. We'll hear your next track, which is Shipwrecked. Yeah. Your next track is Shipwrecked. Let's have a listen to that now.
Bottom of the garden, we made our utopia. Walk down the path, just smoke and laugh with your sister. Talking about the underground and the blue skies in our lungs. She said, you may think we're talking now, but we're just lingering tongues. Oh, we're a shipwreck under the sea. We're going down, I can't leave this beat. We're a shipwreck under the sea. We're going down. You make me feel like a fool when you float into my daydreams lately. You are always the one to call. You are my hazy lady. We were always so in sync, but that melody has sunk, I think. Oh, we're a shipwreck under the sea. We're going down, I can't leave this beat. We're a shipwreck under the sea. We're going down. At the bottom of the ocean, there's a utopia. If you jump right in, I'd swim with your sister. But we don't talk now, blue seas will flood our lungs. You may think I'm okay now, but I'm twiddling my thumbs. Oh, we're a shipwreck under the sea. We're going down. We're a shipwreck under the sea. We're going down, I can't leave this beat. You see a shipwreck under the sea. Please can you leave it be? Put your message in a bottle, please throw it to the sea. Please tell everybody you meet. If the Queen's crown was in common ground and you found it, would you share it with me? Put your answer in a bottle, please throw it to the sea. Please tell everybody you meet. My get up and go has got up and gone. I don't know where I stand. Can we get up and go and turn back around, head towards common ground?
That was Shipwrecked. Tell us a bit about Shipwrecked.
Shipwreck's a song that I wrote. I wrote it when I was 15, 16. I was It sounds like, some people have told me it sounds like a love song, and I suppose in a way it is, just like, it's not like romantic love. It was a good friend of mine. She was very depressed and ill for a long time, and I kind of thought I'd lost her in that sense, but you know, she's getting a lot better now, and it's great to feel like I've got that friend to call on. I don't know, it was a very stressful time in my life, like when I realised what she was going through. So I don't know, it was nice. I showed her that song. She was really, really happy with it. She really liked it. I think, yeah, it's just about the ups and downs of friendship, really, and what can pull things apart.
And I assume, obviously, that it being very pertinent to you, that, I don't know, it was nice to get those emotions out.
Yeah, it is good. I think a lot of the songs, when I've tried to write before, I've almost tried to hide the things that I'm trying to get across, or the things that I'm trying to express. But to me, that song's quite obvious and quite, like, honest. I don't know.
I get it. Now, we're talking before about any plans for gigs or anything that's going to be happening in the future.
I'm hoping to be playing Polyfest in November in London.
Exciting.
The acoustic one. I'm also going to be playing Mood Swings in Leeds, which is at Temple of Boom, in a couple of weeks' time. I haven't got that much like planned in the pipeline. Tonight I'm doing a charity gig for an open mic celebrating International Women's Day. Just like a 10-minute slot, there's loads of people playing, and then there's someone coming in to talk about their charity. But I tend to just take gigs as they pop up, but at the minute I haven't had like much pop up.
I get that, because what I'm interested actually, where's this open mic at?
It's at Open Source Arts.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's wicked. They put on all sorts of stuff. So you walk in, and it's just like a big warehouse, and they've got this mezzanine floor, and they've got a cafe upstairs which they've just opened, and then they've got like set up for like aerial rigs where they do like circus training. They've got loads of sewing machines. You can go there, you can tell this guy your idea, and he'll be like, right, I'll help you do it in this way. Like, you can come and use our stuff. It's just so much stuff you can use. It's proper. There's all sorts of stuff going on there.
That sounds unreal. Oh my god, I don't know why I've never been.
They've proper good vegan homemade cafe as well.
Oh, I'm well into that. I'm
Tasty
there.
Tasty grub.
Yes. Oh, that sounds brilliant. And is it an all-female event?
I'm not entirely sure. I think I looked through the running order, and I think all the people that are playing are female. But I'd be surprised if there was no men there at all.
Yeah, it's the modern world.
Exactly.
Quality. Yeah. Though, we get our own little day. We should at least exploit the men for one day, exclude them for one day. That's what I think, anyway. And as you're saying, you take the gigs as they pop up. And have you been travelling up and down the country?
No, not really. No. So I moved to Leeds in November. I moved from Leicester. I did
that's travelling up and down the country to me.
Yeah, well, I did bits and bobs, but I was living in Leicester, and that's where I started writing music, and so I played a lot of gigs there. There's some venues in Leicester that I haven't played at, but over the years I did end up playing a lot of them. And then I moved up the country to Leeds. I haven't played much around Leeds so far, just been like finding my feet since I moved here, and moved there. Forget we're in Manchester. Yeah, just Leicester and Leeds for me at the moment.
I went to Leeds recently, and it was quite a good place. It was a weird place. I went to it's called Belgrave Music Hall.
Oh yeah,
it's cool but weird, isn't it?
It's massive, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I went there a few weeks ago, and the lights for the name had gone out, so it just said Rave Music Hall instead of Belgrave Music Hall.
It was because it was when Morrissey was in town, and he's my boy. So I'd obviously gone to Leeds to see him, and they had like a pop-up shop of the Emporium, which is like Morrissey's merchandise, at the Belgrave Music Hall. So I was like, "Oh, I'll find that. I'll go." And I went in, and obviously it's like 4 floors, is it, or 3?
3 or 4. They've got the roof terrace as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I walked in, and I'm looking. I'm like, "There's definitely not a shop in here," but it was like rammed.
It's so busy.
I thought, "Oh, the stairs over there. I'll go up there." And I just went straight to the top, to the roof terrace, and went, but there's no shop out here either. Where is it? And so I asked someone, and they were like, oh, it's just around that corner on like the middle floor.
Oh.
And then there was another big room in there. But what was weird about it that I found really strange was, so it was full of like adults drinking beer and getting really drunk. But then there was like kids having their face painted in the corner.
Really? I don't think I've been in this middle room of this place.
It was crazy. So everyone's like sat around getting drunk buying Morrissey merchandise, and then there's kids in like one corner having their faces painted, and I was like, what a weird place.
Yeah, strange mix.
Oh, Leeds is full of the weird and wonderful. And have you been coming to Manchester more than Leeds, would you say?
No.
No.
I've only been to Manchester a couple of times now. I came here last week, and then today.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
You'll have to come more often.
I know. I need to scope the place out a bit, I suppose.
Definitely you do, definitely. Your next song, I believe, is Greater Gold. Let's hear Greater Gold.
It's like standing in a telephone box, avoiding the rain. It's like standing in a telephone box when you run out of change. It's like standing in a telephone box when the penny drops and you realise you got no friends to call. You lost all your lifelines. I saw you coming and watched myself go terribly wrong. Tried to ignore your rhythm, but I found myself singing your song. And you didn't bat an eyelid. You're so calm. Oh, I never know what I did wrong. But by 6 o'clock in late June, sun shining through my bedroom, windows left open, let the breeze flow through. I feel the sun on my back without leaving my bed, she said. Near enough the end of July, I think, and I can't look out the clouds without seeing faces. It's driving me a little insane, but you're always bound to trip when you don't tie your laces. Early August, we should have made more fuss. We should have got a groove on sooner. We should have made this move months ago when I had all that time under my toes. Oh no, where does it go? You may reverse. Yellow in, run and go and tell a friend I'm rising with that smell again. I think it must be spring, there's a spring in my step and it's got me feeling keen, ready to move in amongst the browns and the greens, where my roots can settle down for good with all the space they need. Don't pick out my petals, leave my leaves green, and I'll be starting yellow when you say hello. Great times to grow, great times to go.
That was Greater Gold. Tell us a little bit about Greater Gold.
I wrote Greater Gold last summer in my garden. It was a lovely sunny day. I get a lot of happiness out of the sun. It brings my spirits up. I don't like the rain, never have. I don't know, the sun just makes me smile so much. And I needed to write a song in order to show my appreciation. And then like the second verse of that song, I only added recently because I think it needed something else. But I wrote them lyrics with my boyfriend last year. So it's nice to write something with someone else for a change with that. I don't know, I like playing that song a lot. I think it's a bit more upbeat than some of the others.
Is your boyfriend also a musician?
Yeah, he DJs various places, puts on events and stuff like that, and hoping to get get a bit of a set together soon enough. So we can play that out as well at some point.
Oh, nice. You're going to be like Sonny and Cher, but hopefully less violence.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
That'd be good. Less violence than that. But, you know, yeah, no, that's a good thing that you've got going. Is there anything in the pipeline in terms of like albums or EPs or anything?
Yeah, I'm hoping to like re-record the stuff that I did at college in the coming weeks with a mate of mine from Leeds. But in terms of like when that's going to be out and finished, I couldn't tell you. We just go on Wednesday. I'm going to go in and plan it, and we're going to work out, because I think I'm going to get a few people in to like play keys and stuff like that. But we just need to organise everything so we know what's going on first.
I get that. Is there any way you've got in mind to record it, or?
Yeah, so my friend's got a studio in his house. So it's really nice, good vibes, homely little studio.
And I suppose that like it's not going to cost you a bomb either.
No, I don't think so. I'm hoping not.
It's always the best, that.
I haven't got much money anyway, so.
Oh no, I know that feeling. Yeah, no, there's always bands that come in and they tell me that they spent however many thousands on studio time, and I'm like,
no.
And then you get others who had chilled and they're like, oh, built my own home studio, didn't I, like 10 years ago, so I'm all set. And then they're making money from other people now.
Yeah. The guy that I'm going to be doing it with, he said he was going to like kind of move it in his house, and he was going to go and do lots of renovation, but it's been put back. So I'm glad, because I was going to have to wait till after he'd finished all the work, the building work. But we can probably get it done before he wants to change everything around now, so that's good.
Have you got any idea about musicians that you want to feature on it?
Yeah, I've got a mate called Sam. He plays in, he's just a musical man in all departments. And he's going to be doing some keys for me. He's the keyboard for a group called the House Outfit, which is like house music with like funky ass piano over the top. It works really well together.
I like it.
Yeah.
Have you any plans for like, I don't know, drums or anything?
I'm not too sure. It's just one of the things I needed to talk to him about, because I think I don't want it to be too overpowering in the tracks. I want it to be quite light in the back seat. But because I don't play things like that, I don't know how it can be added to it. So I think my plan is to just kind of get some people that I trust in and like have a jam and see how it goes, and then just get them to put their contribution over it and see how it works.
Take each snippet that you like. The next song that we've got is Satisfied. Let's have a listen to Satisfied.
I am satisfied, but I can't slow down, as if I'm hypnotized. There is no doubt. Oh, realize that the problem lies with me, babe. Right now I'm only needy. And are you sick of this? I know I've grown so cold. I've been practicing for when your shit unfolds. I know you're lying. Got a bird's eye view of you trying to, but you're still satisfied. You're not sick of me leaving. You couldn't be harder. Run a little faster. I do not want to catch up with you. I can feel your eyes on me, and my peripheral vision's oblique. I can feel your breath on me. Please sit back so I can breathe. It is almost like we're drifting through this and out again. Oh, I can feel the cold on your fingertips, full of bitterness. When the monster's under my bed, time to thoughts inside my head, I think it through for you. When I'm no longer scared of what is under there, you can rifle through too if you choose. If the box is under my bed, were the thoughts inside my head, they would be blue. I'm full of pictures of you. I don't think it's fair, I'm only yours when I'm there. I know I agree before I got greedy. Please, please me.
That was Satisfied. I was definitely satisfied with that. Let me tell you. Tell us a bit about Satisfied.
I wrote that song really quickly, actually. It kind of took me by surprise a bit, because normally I'd spend ages trying to perfect it, but I just kind of did it in about 2 days and decided it was finished. I don't know what to say about it, really. I felt like I was quite satisfied with it as well, I suppose. I don't know, it's funny when you get asked to talk about your own music sometimes. I
can imagine it's quite, I don't know, obviously with the songs being sort of your personal diary, it feels like you're reading them out when you're telling the meaning behind them.
Yeah, I suppose so, a little bit, actually. Yeah, honestly, I'm a bit stuck for words.
Don't you worry about it. The next song is Homemade Lemonade.
Yeah.
I can't quite sit back before my bag's unpacked. Don't look at me like that, I know you don't look back, and the beat bounces best off you and me. So go steady, get ready for the rock steady beat. I should roll myself in cotton wool, because I'm losing my rhythm. I'm about to fall. You're bittersweet like homemade lemonade, but I can't make you stay. I'm falling for my friend again. Her name is Mary Jane, hotter than the summer sun. Everybody wants some of you, girl. Close the door, turn down the lights. It's that time of night where something pure starts a thunderstorm. You know what it's worth and you know the score. Bittersweet like homemade lemonade, but I can't make you stay. Falling for my friend again. Her name is Mary Jane, hotter than the summer sun. Everybody wants some of you, girl. And the beat bounces best of you and me. So go steady, get ready for the rock steady beat. I should roll myself in cotton wool, because I'm losing my rhythm. I'm about to fall, and the beat bounces best of you and me. So go steady, get ready for the rock steady beat. I should roll yourselves in cotton wool, because I'm losing my rhythm. I'm about to fall. Thunderstorms, they always catch you out, torn between your truth and my doubt. We've seen this before, but it's something we all still adore. You're bittersweet like homemade lemonade, but I can't make you stay.
I wrote that song at college. Had a lot of fun with my band, like practicing like the parts over that. I used it for my coursework there as well. It's just it's about smoking and not being able to stop smoking, but wanting to be able to stop smoking, which I'm slowly coming to terms with, which is all good. Because it's a bad habit, isn't it?
It's healthier to not do.
It definitely is.
Get a vape in, that's what everyone's doing these days.
It makes me cough, though. It makes me cough more than normal.
That's funny. Most people I speak to who've gone from smoking to vaping say it's like you can only do like 3 drags on it and you're like coughing your guts up.
Which I suppose is good, because it means you don't want to vape as much if it's making you cough, but I've never bought a vape.
Oh, you don't want to make everywhere smell of candy floss.
Candy floss, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's definitely not.
I can live without it as well.
But yeah, you'll be at a gig and you'll smell candy floss and you'll be like, oh, where's the candy floss coming? Oh,
it's like having a little personal smoke machine, isn't it?
It is.
Though? Like, it comes out in such vast quantities.
Yeah, this big plume of smoke, the smell of apples and mango.
Yeah.
And then you've got a vapour in your midst. In your mist. That's quite funny, isn't it? Not funny at all. I'm so unfunny.
Me too.
So, one thing I haven't asked you is how old are you?
I'm 19.
19. Oh, you're a youngster.
Yes.
Younger than me. Someone younger than me
Still
at
get
last.
ID'd all the time.
Oh, same. It'll be happening
I got ID'd
forever.
for some paracetamol the other day.
Oh, when I was 18, I went in to buy a lottery ticket, and they said, "Oh, sorry, you can't buy a lottery ticket." And I said, "Oh, I'm 18," and they went, "Well, you've got to be over 16 to buy the lottery ticket." I went, "No, I'm 18," and they wouldn't let me have it. So no lottery ticket for me.
You would have won as well.
That's it. If the person after me won, taking, I don't know which supermarket it was, but I'm taking to court.
Do it.
I definitely would have won, but with the money I don't have from the lottery ticket as well.
Yeah.
Like, terrible. So yeah, obviously being so young and you're already doing so well, when did you actually start performing?
When I was about 12 or 13. Slowly, I played a really quiet gig at the Eco House in Leicester, thanks to a friend called Paddy of mine. And then it was just like slowly, surely open mics, and then I met this guy called Andy Fox who did me a world of good in Leicester and like gave me gigs in loads of different places. And then, yeah, just been doing as much as I can. I think I stopped gigging quite a lot when I was at college just because I was just getting overwhelmed with all the coursework and stuff like that, and I just needed to like take myself out of it for a bit and like just like in terms of my results and things like that, getting work done. But I rarely say no to a gig if I can do it. So
I remember that feeling with coursework at A level. Did you do A levels or?
It was like
BTEC?
a diploma thing.
Yeah.
Some kind of extended or
But
non-extended.
either way, it's all really difficult. Yeah, and because I used to do drama.
Yeah.
I went to drama club for like 7-8 years, and then so we do like productions like every year, and then it came to me coming up for like my second year at college, and I kind of went, oh, we'll be coming up to do being cast in productions, and I have so much work to do, so I ended up stopping it. Just sad because I did love it, but it was the right decision, and I do stick by that.
Good.
So yeah, I can make good decisions sometimes.
Of course.
You never know. And obviously, being already at this level at 19, where do you see it going?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm just going to cross those bridges when I come to them. But, I don't want to stop writing tunes. So I will carry on and show the world as I can.
Well, that's the sensible response, but what's the dream?
Oh, I honestly, I have no idea. It would be great to be able to play the festival circuit each summer, and maybe have a band that fits my songs. Like, I don't know, it would just be good to be able to say that I make some money out of music, but I reckon I'd still probably, I don't know, because I have a job now. It'd be great if I didn't have to work, but it's a very long, difficult road, isn't it? So we'll see.
It certainly is. And you're the first person who I've ever asked that question to who hasn't, within about 3 seconds of me asking it, instantly gone, Glastonbury.
Yeah.
You're the first person who's not done that. So I don't know if that's well done or if, like,
I wouldn't say no.
You secretly want Glastonbury.
Well, I think for any musician, obviously it's a great achievement, but like there's a load of other festivals out there that are just as good.
There's so much more, and obviously, like, people sort of rule them out, but the local festivals, like in cities and stuff, they're proper coming on. Like, there's a festival in Manchester called Sonderfest, and that, like, it started, I think, about 2 years ago. So the first year it was on, it was kind of like, okay, right. Yeah. Then last year it kind of picked up a bit of momentum, and it was a bit like, oh, we should take notice. And this year they're doing like, they're calling them Road to Sonderfest, where they're doing these little gigs every so often as like a lead up of like, oh, look what we might be putting on at Sonderfest. Cool. And like they've announced the lineup and everyone's going crazy for it. So it, they're definitely things to get onto, even if you think, oh, that might be a bit rubbish because it's a bit small and it's not much happening with it at the moment. They can really pick up pace.
Yeah, definitely. No, I do apply for the festivals each year, but I haven't had any luck yet. But I think that's just due to like lack of like recordings and stuff online, and just material to send to people that looks professional. But you know, I'm not in any rush, to be honest. I'm just taking it as it comes.
Definitely not a 19 anyway.
No.
And as soon as you start getting all that stuff out, it all starts to fall into place. It really does. Like, a lot of things do look, because I know I'm guilty of this. When someone says, "Oh, listen to my music," I'll go on to SoundCloud, and if I can't find the music on SoundCloud, I'm like, all right.
And that, I completely understand that as well. Like, if you want to make yourself, you know, you don't want to make a fool out of yourself. You want to look like you've got the full package. So that's what I need to work on.
And you've got it. You've got the full package. This has been Laura Beth. This has been Hannah Hale. I'm here for UTC Radio on behalf of Soho Radio and Revolution 96.2. Thank you for joining us.